Welcome to this week's episode of Talking Footy, the show that still celebrates the shoulder charge. I'm your host Shaun, and with me as always, sparring partner here, Dan. How are you, mate?
Shaun, not too bad, brother. Mate, season proper's come to an end.
Yes,
we're done. Minor premiers for the Bulldogs there, mate.
Yeah.
Some went out with a bang. Most kind of went out with a whisper.
Yeah.
But the Roosters in particular got a savaging by the Bulldogs this weekend. It was embarrassing.
Yeah. Did you actually hear the crowd? Yeah. They were giving it to break the Nasta. You thought that was his last game for the Roosters. You thought it would be a bit nice, but all I could hear was, "Bruh, you suck. We can't play for shit. And you're a dud root." Apparently Jody Gordon was in the crowd. She gets some frustration out through heckling.
Oh, mate. Well, some players were preparing for a tilt at the title.
Yeah. We
farewelled a few long-serving ones, mate.
Yes.
Sunday in particular, there were a few players retiring. Ben Hornby and Dean Young from the Steelers. Yep. And a couple of club legends from Parramatta, Hayne, Marshal, Birdie.
Yeah, the Golden Boot himself. Nathan Hayne.
Yeah, mate. Well, it was beautiful, wasn't it?
I want to give Centre a call and see what the odds were paying for Nathan Hayne, and not Luke Burke, to kick the last goal of the game.
151 to 1.
Oh no, great finish for him personally, but pretty much summed up Parra's season, didn't it? The way the game finished up.
Yeah. Well, what do you do?
What do you do, mate? Speaking of things odd, obviously as High Master tackle was. How about incredible? How about Greg Inglis on a killer the thriller?
Yeah, mate. What can I say?
Yeah, I mean,
brilliant.
Yeah, there's no two words about it. I haven't seen anything like that before. Bring me to something a bit different, a bit different on the show.
Yep.
A bit of a new segment, only for this week, in honour of Greg Inglis's sensational effort. Top 5 greatest ever tackles.
Oh yeah, sweet.
Yep, lovely. Let's have a look. Number 5 comes from this season. The man of Sonic, Greg Inglis, for his KO of Dean Young.
Yeah, he just ran full speed into his shoulder and just went, oh, well.
Yeah. Oh, look, Greg Inglis is coming towards me. Oh, look this way.
Yeah.
Look there.
I'll look this way and see if I can hear him running. Mate, number 4 was Hasman or Masri's. Out of the clouds ever to stop Steve Bell, mate.
Yeah, do you remember that in the finals?
Yeah, a couple of years ago.
That was when Bulldogs towed up Melbourne. I think it was 40-0. 2004.
Yep.
Yeah, great one. He had no right to make that one. Number 3. Simon Dwyer standing his ground against Jarrod Warrior Hargraves before knocking him straight to it, arse over tit. Best one-on-one run out.
Great tackle there.
Yep.
Heartbreaking with the Tigers that game, but
yeah,
what can you do, mate? Referees policing scrums. Well, I think that's a topic for another day.
Yeah, that is. And also, just before we get to the next one, quick shout out. Hopefully you're going well, Simon Dwyer. Saw you at the start of the year, so hope you come back soon, mate.
All right, cheers.
Yeah.
Mate, number 2. Greg Inglis again. They say, he's freaky save on your latte, mate. What can I say?
How do you do that?
I don't know.
It's
speed. That's cool. I like speed, rabbits. I like speed. Get off the lines, bro.
Thankfully, he's not playing in the drug test.
They don't drug test the commentators, do they?
No. Rabs has been getting away for it for the years.
Turn it up. We're commentators, though. Anyway.
Yes. And finally, and I don't care how one-eyed, how bad this makes me sound, number 1, Scotty Sattler on Todd Byrne, 2003 grand final, saved us the game, had no right to make that tackle.
That's true.
It is. Right up, this is 2003 jersey, I'm pumped.
I agree, it's my number 1 as well. It's a great tackle, and if I'm one-eyed, I'm not one-eyed, so easy your eye back.
Oh.
Yeah. Pop that back in, alright. Cool,
I do love it. Alright, let's get to our favourite segment, and yours too. Who's shit house and who's shit hot?
Well, mate, can't say I watched much football over the weekend. I did catch the Raiders game, it was lovely. 13 plus again, punters. What can I say? Keep that rolling. But after last night's Dally M's, I'd have to say that Michael Ennis's missus is shit hot. Nah, mate. Ben Barba taking out the 4 gongs and Daily Telegraph. Look at us, we're helping award.
We're helping.
He truly deserved. It's truly deserved to play that's had a shit hot season.
He has.
Say, mate.
No, he has.
And shit house, however, are the Dally M judges themselves. Now, this is where you're going to take my eye for this one. There's a bit one eye here, but not who they are. I haven't been really paying attention to who the judges are. But paper today sorted out all the votes into the top players of each team. Now, for a team that came 6th, heading into the finals this season. To have our top player on the Dally M's, Reece Robinson, get a meagre 12 is a little embarrassing, considering Benny Barba won the award with 32 votes. It's a little feces domicile, Shaun?
Well, mate, shit hot has been earned by the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. Yeah. Not just the top team for winning the JJ Gilton Shield Minor Premiership, but the entire club for winning all 3 grades for getting up the top there. I mean, that's sensational.
Yeah,
that's
good form.
That's incredible. I mean, it hasn't happened for like 47 years. So, big thumbs up to the boys out from Belmore. Yep. Yes, and we do have a bit of breaking news.
Yes.
Yes. Brian Smith has been asked by the Roosters board. Yeah. And then they fired him. But, Brian Smith, this is now, you've been well into 20 plus years, over 2 decades of continual coaching in first grade for 0 premierships.
Nada.
You, sir, a shithouse.
Mm-hmm.
No way to go, no way to fluff it about.
That's just how it is.
Exactly.
Now, Shaun, I believe our tonight is to clean up the game this week in this week's hot topic.
Yes, I do. Good thing about being opinionated and having the internet is you have this platform to go from. It's a 2-parter this week. Yes, first off is all with the kerfuffle with the shoulder charge and looking after the players' heads and all that kind of thing. Look, we're all for protecting the players' heads. That's fine. And shoulder charge has been going on for years. But I think we're going to borrow a little thing from our friends from the private schools, the rugby boys.
Yes, the gentlemen's game.
Yes. They've actually come up with a brilliant idea. And they've actually started running it already. And I've seen it in play and it works. It's called the head bin.
Okay.
Very, very similar to the blood bin. The only difference is, instead of getting taken off free interchange for fixing up a gash, if the player is deemed to be concussed or having a bit of a problem, straight off the field, free interchange because it's a head bin. Yep. All right. He's assessed by a doctor which is not affiliated with either club for 5 minutes. If after that, or if during that 5 minutes, he can't, no good. Yeah. He's all good. But if he can answer how many fingers,
all that sort of thing. Cognitive recognition, I don't know.
No, I think it's technically called how many fingers.
Oh, right,
No. Yeah, back straight onto the field, interchange is free again. Same thing with the blood bin. I love it. And what it could do, it can also stop all these things about shoulder charges, the big problems with it causing the problem. Perfectly legitimate hit is okay. It also stops, it keeps the game, the good players, it stops anybody from coming back on who's had, a bit of a dusty. And what do you reckon?
Well, no, I mean, they've been shoulder charging each other for 100 years and then all of a sudden it's like, oh no, our heads. Yeah. I mean, well, maybe that's why it took them 100 years to realise that maybe shoulder charging each other's heads wasn't such a good idea because they've been shoulder charged to the head too many times. But it's a great rule.
I actually think it's a tackling technique problem, to be honest. Yeah. You didn't see it too much in the older days for a good reason because people were tackled.
Tackle bags and they taught around the waist, around the legs, but now it's all wrestling.
Yeah. Hug the man, protect the ball. When you go for a shoulder charge, you automatically go up too high. Yeah, exactly. Whereas if you watch Sonny Bill, he actually started low and kaboom! Yeah. There it was.
The lifting thing.
Exactly, and some people got lifted off the ground.
Yeah.
But
he tackles good. Anyway,
moving on. Alright.
What's the second one, mate?
Second part is the second topic about now trainers on the field.
Oh.
Now, since it was rugby league, a 14-man game. Mate, not a week goes by, well, not a Friday night goes by, that I don't see Alan Langer running out onto the field. Yeah, barking orders behind the play to the team.
Yeah, well, apparently if you carry a drink bottle, and wear a high-vis t-shirt, you might as well have diplomatic immunity on the field, man. They're untouchable. It's ridiculous.
Please don't grab with me for that one. Yes, well...
Just been revoked.
We're not taking a shot at Alan Langer. I mean, Jeff Vatuvei was possibly the worst of them. Every club does it. But yeah, Tubes was horrible for it. But I actually vividly remember Tubes getting kicked off the field.
Cool.
Yeah, exactly. Now, it's time to start happening again. Trainers should stick to the sidelines or come in and break some play. Simple as that. Players down, they come to help. Yeah. If the this isn't the under-7s. You know, there's no coach sitting on the field guiding everyone back and forth. If the team can't figure out the game plan, too bad.
Professional football.
They're professional footballers. They should know by now. You know, you don't need retired ex-players or, you know, just a strength and conditioning coach sitting behind acting as a second fullback for you while you've got the ball.
Big time.
It's a joke.
Couldn't agree more. I mean, the coaches aren't allowed to coach from the sideline.
That's right.
So why should the trainers on the field be allowed to? Now there's 4 referees on the field. Now surely one of them can tell the trainers to piss off. Surely.
Surely. The problem is they've got to send it up in video.
Yeah.
Now we do have some viewer feedback this week.
Keep it coming, ladies and gents.
Yes, Michael Santarossa, I believe, from Wentworthville, has requested that we talk more about the North Sydney Bears. Dan?
Well, thanks for the suggestion, Michael. Now, Norths were booted out of the competition in 1999, and after the recent TV deal, it's been decided that it's not financially viable to have Norths fans that look like Michael Santarossa on TV during prime time. Now, let's talk about some teams that actually have a bearing in this weekend's games in our tips for the week. Shall I?
Well, mate, we were bang on the money last week. Cha-ching. Mate,
turn around now.
Yeah, I'm going to lay it all on the line for this week and back Canberra in our nation's capital. Raiders taking it home. Dan, who are you putting your hard-earned on?
Mate, I've actually got a finals multi-special this week, and I've called it teams that I like that will win bet.
Wow, how did you come up with such a thing?
It's just creative genius that we possess, mate. But,
the Blur song 2, that's where it comes from, right?
That's, you know, yeah.
Anywho.
Cowboys will beat the hapless Broncos. Canberra will beat the Sharkies in a close one because I don't mind the Sharkies, but I like Canberra better. So unfortunately, they'll have to lose.
Running hot.
Souths will flog those dirty, stinking Mexicans in the Storm, and the Bulldogs will trump the whinging, shit don't stink, manly wankers. Put your finals multi-special on today.
And just before we leave, I actually have a special present. For those of you who don't know, my mate here, Dan, got engaged. Beautiful. The hypno wore off, and she still said yes.
What can I say?
But I went in the store, and well, first of all, actually, I went in the store and pre-ordered my new rugby league game coming out in October.
Priorities. Yeah,
priorities. But hopefully it's the best one because they've all been shit house since EA Sports Rugby League. Yeah. Speaking of which, on the Sega Mega Drive.
Yes!
By EA Sports, Australian Rugby League.
Yes!
My friend, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
No problem.
Brilliant. Oh, man, I was thinking about this today too.
Marital bliss, my friends.
Here, right there.
Oh, yeah.
Good stuff. All right.
You've got 2 controllers, right?
Yeah. Come on, mate. What do you think? I've got about 7. 2 at work.
Fantastic episode.
Cheers, guys.
Don't forget to vote for Talking Footy's Team of the Year.
See you next week.